ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the HugsCast number 4. So, today I'm joined by my co-host, Aston. Hello, Aston. Welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
So, we got a new expansion, right? It just came out. So, we have decided to invite some guests to the show, and today's guest is AurrorraGaming from Twitter, or also known from the Q Crew from Killstream. Hello, AurrorraGaming, and welcome.
Hello.
Hi. Professional podcast, everybody. There you go. So, guys, yesterday we just got a new expansion announced, and it's called Legion.
Yeah.
Really short name.
Yes.
Really hard to make a nickname out of, because we cannot call it Leg.
I'm calling it Leg.
Right.
World of Warcraft Legs. Good name already. So, today we're going to be talking about some of the topics mostly me have gathered from yesterday.
Yeah.
Because Aston was like, I don't know, he was on the hype train all night.
So was I. I was riding that hype train right to Hype Town.
Yeah. I think we all were.
I was after the announcement, I would say. Not before, but it was pretty neat. So if you don't know, the new expansion is basically about Illidan and Gul'dan. I don't know. I am still kind of trying to figure out what timeline we're in. We are in our own, right?
We are. That is.
We've gone back, and then Gul'dan has gone back in time, or back to our timeline.
He's come back to our timeline, so he's gone back into the future.
Yeah, and it's pretty obvious that he's going after the most powerful thing that's like kind of his own skull, right? On our planet. So,
Yes.
I mean, it was so obvious, and we didn't figure it out. Of course he's gonna go after the most powerful thing on our planet, right?
I thought the Skull of Gul'dan was on Outland because Illidan was the last one to have it. And we killed him in the Black Temple. Well, quote-unquote, killed him.
Killed him. Yeah, you're right about that, but I think... Didn't he absorb it? Or, like, absorb the power, most of the power?
Possibly, but what I heard was... I looked at the lore, and basically Gul'dan is making Illidan like a minion of him, and like the Legion. So it does seem like Illidan's going to be bad again in this expansion.
What are you talking
Boo.
about? Gul'dan was such a family-friendly guy.
Yeah. But that's...
10,000 years in prison.
I think it's actually, though, he's gonna go out and be like, 10,000 years in prison, 20 years in a crystal.
Yeah, it's
how
like
long time has gone since we killed him at Outland.
Yeah, it's like he was petrified, wasn't it? Like, once we killed him, he was petrified in like a block of
freeze down in the crystal or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep, that's what it seems.
Okay, so the first topic we have on the list is the new class Demon Hunter.
Yeah.
So Blizzard has announced there's a new class, and it's the Demon Hunter. Of course, very themed with the Illidan and stuff. The lore behind it is that Illidan was training demon hunters while he was getting assaulted by us in the Black Temple back then, and then he sent them on a mission. I haven't quite understand the whole story yet, but I mean, it's also just came out, so it's it's understandable, but it's something like that. And the new demon hunter is a leather user, a agility user, and it only have 2 specs so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would laugh my ass off if I like the demon hunter had a healer spec, because that's just like.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt they were a bit lazy, like with only giving it 2 specs, because they could have easily given it a range spec. Because as they're doing with the hunters, you know, they're giving 1 spec in like a melee feel with like a spear and stuff. So why can't they do that with demon hunter by giving it a ranged weapon or like a crossbow?
Okay.
Which would have been a good idea.
So, I mean, we're gonna touch on that later. But I just want to hear you guys' opinion on the Demon Hunter itself. So, Aurora, if we start with you, what do you have? What do you think about this new Demon Hunter?
I'm very excited for it. I've been wanting this class since I started playing in Burning Crusade and found out who Illidan was. So I'm just overall excited for it. I like that it's elf specific, that only the elves in the game can play it.
Yeah.
Because lore reasons. And I think it's a great addition to the game personally.
Yeah. I think it's I think it's something that we have been waiting for, as I said, and it's something there is like, I would not say needed, but it's something we have been waiting for a long time.
Yeah. It's like we've been speculating it for years. You know, we've been expecting the Demon Hunter to come into the game, and now it finally has.
Yeah.
The thing is, it wasn't really a shock though when they announced Demon Hunter to me. It was kind of like, oh yeah, this should have been in the game in Burning Crusade, but you know, that's how I kind of look at the Demon Hunter. There is like another problem which I don't like about the Demon Hunter though, which is actually the opposite of Aurora. It's that only elves can be it, and that is the reason. It's because I know Aurora said it's because of lore reasons, but if you look into the lore, Draenei could also be it because they're the Sargari and they've drank demon blood, and you know some of them could have been forced to do it, so they could like want to seek vengeance and stuff. So I don't know, Draenei could possibly also be it. And then I was thinking trolls because they're known for their blood rituals. So I don't know.
Yeah,
They could...
yeah, but I think like at this point, right? Like exactly this, the lore is a major part of the Demon Hunter. Like what the Demon Hunter can be, right? Because back then, I don't think Illidan was recruiting everybody. I think Illidan had like an army of elves, and that's what he had because like everyone else was against him, and there was mostly high elves and demons in the Black Temple, so it's kind of understandable. It's only elves that can be the new class. I think it's pretty cool because it kind of fits it. I cannot see myself thinking about playing a Demon Hunter gnome. That would just look really, really stupid.
Oh yeah, that's out of the equation, really.
Cute but deadly.
Yeah.
I see it.
I have to admit, I am liking like they're getting their own kind of weapon, which is glaives, and that is because you know you don't need two. Like apparently, you just when you loot a glaive, it counts as a main hand and an offhand. So it kind of
doesn't it count as a fist weapon or a sword? Is it a fist weapon or a sword?
No, it's a completely new class.
Yeah, but I was thinking about the war glaives Illidan dropped. Is that a sword, right?
That
is a sword.
That's a sword. Okay. Yeah.
And if I read earlier that actually warglaives are not becoming a weapon, it's just they're counting them as one-handed swords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get like if you have two warglaives?
Yeah.
Does that mean you have two slots filled up with warglaives, or you don't only have like one slot filled with warglaive?
Well, how I've interpreted it, it's the new class weapon is warglaives, and only they can equip, like Demon Hunters can equip it, but you only loot one and it counts as two.
Okay.
So you know
like
what I mean?
A set.
It's like a set.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool enough. Anything else about Demon Hunter? I would quite like to say that. Oh, sorry. Go on, Aston.
Right. Character creation. I really like the character creation for them. Like, I'm actually more excited to create a Demon Hunter than to play one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked awesome.
That was pretty neat. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very looking forward to character creation.
I'm really excited about it. I'm not that super hyped about it, but I'm really glad we have a new class we can play, right?
Yeah.
Because I've been looking for a new class to play for a long time, and this could be fun. The only thing I'm really concerned about, because I main a rogue, basically, and it seems like Demon Hunter is a better version of a rogue, because it not only because they can double jump, but if there should be classes that could double jump, it's probably the Demon Hunter and rogues, because rogues are meant to be very agile, right? And be that fast sprinting, no scene person there's just like killing stuff silently or really fast.
Yeah.
Which is also I kind of get the idea of a demon hunter, right? Except it's only like demons that's killing all the time.
Yeah, I feel like they should give double jump to rogues, like all 3 specs to rogues, unless they dehomogenize them, make them unique.
Yeah.
So they should give double jump to rogues and demon hunters, and I think they should also give it to feral kitty, because they're all that kind of agility class. Yeah, they're just that
kitties that would just look really ridiculous.
It looked quite funny, I have to admit. It just fit that kind of leather-wearing, agile kind of playstyle classes, which is feral kitty, rogues, and demon hunter.
And monks.
Possibly
monks,
well,
yeah.
but they do have roll, so I don't know about monks.
Yeah,
but...
nobody cares about monks.
Okay. Yeah. Should we move on to the next topic?
Yes. I'm looking forward to this one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, class stuff.
Yeah.
So basically, Blizzard has, well, very roughly said, taken the garrison back, right? Totally reworked it and made it more socialized, and removed the thing where like you have something that's kind of like reminding of followers, but it's followers that is not like doing everything for you. It's followers that's going out and saying you need to go here because there's something you need to do there, instead of just coming back with epic loot and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And also, I forgot the name of the class thing they have. Like they have something like classes hub now, or something. What is it?
I think it's called a hall or something, like a great
Class
hall.
halls.
Class halls.
Yeah.
Something like basically where you can, if you're like a rogue or a paladin, you are in like a holy church, and you can, do stuff. I actually don't know what you can do there. It's basically like they're gathering classes in groups now.
Yeah, for example...
it's like a main hub for each different class.
For example, like shamans, they're getting their hub area. It's just next to the Maelstrom. So, it kind of fits their whole class kind of thing. And I don't know, it's basically like... It's not just your town hall, it's like all of your factions, classes, town hall. So let's just say, if you're a Draenei Shaman, all the alliances that can be Shaman can also go there, and you will also see them there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
I think that's pretty neat.
Nice,
I mean, that's
nice addition.
really nice that they're actually focusing on, what's it called, class pride, if we can call it that, because it's really nice to like know what class you are, and it's not just like another way of dealing damage or healing and stuff like that. They're actually doing something for the class now, which is pretty awesome, I think.
Pretty nice.
So, what do you guys think about it? Because there is more to it. Like, there is that new artifact thing you can get, and then you can customize it in that hub thing. But let's quickly just talk about the whole idea of the class hubs, or whatever they're called. I keep forgetting all the time. So, Aurora, what do you think about this?
A lot of people who follow me on Twitter are probably actually going to be surprised that I'm looking forward to them, because I absolutely hated the garrisons in Warlords of Draenor.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to the class hall because they're more unique. They aren't just you have an alliance garrison and a horde garrison. You have 12 different like mini garrisons basically, and I like that they're just becoming more not really customizable, but it's a next step towards customization.
You don't need to be there that like as often as you need to be in your garrison, right? Because when you're in your garrison, you're just like sitting there and being AFK and not doing stuff, waiting for your followers to get back or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm gathering from it, and I like the champion system, and Blizzard said that we will actually be interacting with our champions, which leads me to believe that we'll be going out on missions with them. Yeah. So I think it also could lead to possibly daily quests through our champions, which I know daily quests are kind of a touchy subject. People like them or people don't, but let's be real, Warlords didn't really have any, so I'm looking forward to maybe some daily quests.
Yeah,
It'd be nice.
If we ask Aston about daily quest from Mr. Pandaria.
I'm still scarred. I still get nightmares in my dreams.
So very Aston, he's like if people watch this show, me and Aston is very competitive. But in Mr. Pandaria, Aston was like, just really like, I need to complete everything, right?
Oh, goodness.
So he completed like every daily quest and every faction exalted and stuff like that. And he's just scarred for life now.
It's
about
not
daily quests.
I'm kind of scared of the blue, exclamation mark. I'd rather see, I'd rather see like yellow ones.
Is that a daily quest? Oh.
Yeah, I'd rather just see like yellow question marks over their heads in like the town halls. But then I don't know, like then they're just one time, quests, and it gets to reveal a lot of lore about the champions. Like, oh, one champion could be like, oh, my husband or wife is stuck in this place, go help them and I'll reward you. And then
you're talking about the garrison campaigns.
I'm on
it. Thing.
Yeah, something like that, but for the town halls or like the the class.
That would be pretty neat. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to the class stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Aston, did you talk about it? Do you want to talk about class stuff?
Yeah. Well, these weren't actually revealed at the announcement kind of thing for Legion, but there's been like leaks which World of Warcraft have been giving, and they've been talking about like demonology warlocks having like being more of like a summoner kind of orientation where they like summon loads of different demons compared to the other two specs. They summon powerful demons like to fight for them, different demons which we haven't seen for warlocks yet. So stuff like that, and then also like how they're dehomogenizing hunters completely because they're giving survival a melee kind of like attack kind of orientation with pets, marksmen's having range without pets, and beastmasters having a lot more pets and they're also ranged. So it's just,
I think it's pretty neat that survival hunters now gonna be melee, and it has been confirmed. I saw on Twitter because there's just been an interview with the Blizzard guys. Through I think it was Icy Wayne or something.
Yep.
Basically, they have confirmed that survival is now gonna be changed into a melee class, which I think it's kind of groundbreaking for hunters. That used to be like every 3 specs is ranged, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a little bit focus on that ability and a little bit focus on that ability, and then we have Beastmaster that's focused on beast, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty neat that they're actually like changing it up so much, so they actually have something.
Yeah.
Like they have 3 specs. There's difference now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm just hoping I see like a rework on monks, because even though like I still love the kind of Mistweaver and
That may happen. I mean,
and Brewmaster.
it got released yesterday, so we could see it. There's a big possibility for rework, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna rework them in some way.
I think a lot of classes are going to get reworked because they said that enhancement shamans are getting the Doomhammer artifact, but enhancement shamans dual wield one-hand weapons. And
run along with 2 Doomhammers.
Yeah. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but it does seem interesting. So I think a lot of classes might be getting reworked.
I think, should we talk about... Oh, do you want to say something, Aston?
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to Survival Hunters getting Raptor Strike back because, Raptor Strike is like an original kind of hunter ability, which was probably in vanilla and stuff. And it's just nice to get those kind of, nods back at...
Now, I've not played that much Hunter, so I actually don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like a spell. It's like a Raptor Strike. So he basically...
It's like you're shooting a raptor or something.
No, it's when hunters had melee
Get up!
No, it's when hunters had melee weapons. They basically sliced the enemy's knees open. And
it was their only melee attack.
It was their only.
I can imagine in raids when the bow is broken, just like a fuck this melee go.
Just raptor striking.
Yeah.
And it had a 3-second cooldown too.
Wow. I'm doing so much damage, guys. Brilliant. Okay, so should we quickly touch on the new thing that is actually pretty big? It's a new thing. It's probably going to be the legendary thing. That's called artifacts. And basically what artifacts is, it's a new legendary weapon. right? So
That's what I'm getting.
yeah, like a lot of people are getting that. It could be something else, but I mean, when we are talking about, as for paladins, there's getting the Ashbringer. I think it is a legendary weapon because I don't see Ashbringer as a non-legendary weapon.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So basically, under the live stream, they said that you need to go and collect Ashbringer or find Ashbringer, something on the Broken Shores or something.
Yeah.
At least what I heard. What my question is, what is it doing there? Was it not Tirithfodring that had it last time?
I did some reading, and the Broken Shore is the point where we're invading the Broken Isles before the expansion even starts. That will be our pre-patch event, as we invade the Broken Shore.
Right.
Well, what I'm thinking is, since Ashbringer ends up there, I think Tyrion is coming with us, and he probably dies on the Broken Shore.
I could just imagine, like, for the Archer Crusade, Leroy!
Oh no.
And the same thing leads me to think that Thrall may die too.
Oh, that's actually a really good point.
That is a good point. I did not.
Because he is wielding it right now, and Tyrion is wielding it right now.
Yep.
Uh-oh!
Spoiler.
I'll clap when Thrall dies.
Whoa.
Yeah, but he's really just like, okay, Thrall. Now, it's beautiful, beautiful. You've done much to this game. Fuck off. I mean, there's
You've
a lot
been
of
too
people who love him.
important.
Yeah, I think he had his time. Should we say it like that?
I don't know. Just quickly going back to the artifacts. There's 36 specializations, and each specialization is getting like a unique weapon. It just kind of confuses me because there is not 36 legendary weapons in the game, so I feel like they're just going to run out of legendary weapons. Just start giving you random named weapons, which we've never even heard of.
Isn't there only like one artifact to each class?
No, it's each specialization gets a specific weapon. So Mistweaver monks will get, I think it's pronounced Shiolin.
They're probably gonna make some new one.
Yeah, they're just gonna keep making
because
new ones.
the monk got a new one.
Yeah,
I think
it's a staff that we've never heard of. So
yeah, and like the Death Knights is kind of a new one. Like it's the Shards of Frostmourne.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward
apparently
to that.
fall under the fall. I don't know where it went, but apparently we didn't take it. Took it, whatever. So it was just laying around. Apparently.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what weapons they do create, and they better be epic, or some classes and specializations will not be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Demon Hunters are gonna get the Warclaves?
I think they are.
I think the Havoc spec is.
I mean, it's pretty obvious, isn't it?
I think they're going to retire them as legendaries, and if you have the legendary Warglaves, then you get to keep them, similar to how people get to keep Ashbringer now, back when Ashbringer was in the game. And I think that they're going to retire the Warglaves as a legendary, and they're going to move it over to being the artifact for Havoc Demon Hunters.
I'm wondering what Vengeance will get.
Also, for Rogues, I really goddamn hope we're gonna get Thunder Fury. Jesus Christ. I want that weapon.
I think that's what I heard.
And I can go around and every time I attack it's like, did anyone say Thunder Fury?
That thing's too big.
I'm like the only one who thinks that's funny. I'm the only one who's laughing when the trade chat is going off with that. I don't know why. So awkward. Anyways, anything else you guys want to talk about the class stuff? Because then we can move on to the lore, I think.
I'm done with class stuff for now.
Yeah.
Okay. Brilliant. Should we move on to the lore then?
Ciao.
So,
Yes.
we have kind of talked a lot about it already, but just to like do a little quick, what's it called? Recap reminder. Basically, what happened in the end of what's it called? Waters of Draenor in the Hellfire Citadel boss. Archimonde dies, or his soul is gonna return to the Twisting Nether, whatever. Whatever. And what's it called? He's throwing Gul'dan into the portal he came from, and apparently he's ending up in, I don't know, Azeroth's some point.
Somehow.
Somehow, I mean,
I think what it is that Archimonde kind of pushed Gul'dan into that portal, and that portal I think is like a connection to the Twisting Nether. The Twisting Nether transcends all realities now. So what does Gul'dan do? He finds a portal to Azeroth, our Azeroth, conveniently.
Oh, is that your home, you fuckers?
Yeah, and it takes him, I'm gonna guess it takes him to the Tomb of Sargeras. That would be my.
I don't know.
Would make most sense because they've said that the Tomb of Sargeras is basically it holds a bunch of what they're calling sleeping demon portals.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I mean, guys, when you first saw the cinematic, what was the first thought you had? Because mine was like Tomb of Sargeras, and that's Gul'dan, and I was like, right, it's just the first thing I thought about.
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of surprised that Tomb of Sargeras wasn't kind of, said to be a raid. I mean, it may be the last raid. This is like really deep speculation.
It's probably gonna be the last raid.
But I'm surprised that we're gonna kill Gul'dan in another raid, which we'll get to later. But he's not going to be in the Tomb of Sargeras, even if it does.
I think Illidan is gonna be the last boss or something.
You think?
I really don't hope he's gonna be like, isn't like first boss or like Kargav. What's it called? Kilrock. He's like, you're boss number 4. Illidan is gone.
I don't know. I feel like it'll be like an avatar of Sargeras or something.
I'm thinking Medivh. Khadgar is Medivh.
Yeah, actually, that's a really not Medivh, but I was thinking like Khadgar. I mean, he's gonna be corrupted in some way.
Sure.
Well,
why not?
Sure, why not? Just throw it in the bucket.
He's wielding Atish, which is the staff of the Guardians. Only a Guardian can hold it. The last person to hold it is Medivh. And Medivh never truly died. He just got his head chopped off. His soul, however, is still around. And I think that it's possible he could have corrupted Khadgar. And Khadgar this entire time is just kind of,
acting.
Yeah.
Because Medivh, he was he had like wasn't it Sargeras inside of him? So technically Sargeras is Medivh. So Sargeras, Medivh.
It'd be Sargeras possessing Medivh and Sargeras Medivh possessing Khadgar.
So we have Medivh inside Khadgar and Sargeras inside Medivh. There's inside Khadgar. Jesus Christ, there's no room in there anymore.
It could be, but
a party.
Yeah, I mean, the last Guardian before, Khadgar, wasn't it Madan? It was.
Well, he's not canon. He's a comic book character.
Right, okay.
Oh, that little guy?
What, Madan?
He's is he? He's the son of Medivh and Garona.
Oh, right.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
So he's half orc, he's orc, human, and Draenei.
He's never been seen in the game.
Right.
No, he's never been seen in the game.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I don't think he's gonna pop out of nowhere and be like, I was under Karazhan all the time! Something ridiculous like that.
Well, I did hear, there was a tweet made this morning that Karazhan appearing in the cinematic was not a coincidence. It is going to play a major part in the story.
Which I'm happy about. I want to get some more details on the Guardians and actually what happened there.
Yeah.
Somehow how Khadgar managed to obtain Atish and how he, managed to transform into the iconic crow.
Exactly. I was kind of hoping that they would have done like a short story on the WoW website back when Warlords like at the start and explain how Atish, like how Khadgar got it, but I kind of like where they're going with this now.
It's probably the big plot twist or something.
Yeah, it'll be like a major crux of, Legion. So that's where we'll probably find out how he managed to get it.
Yeah.
It'll probably be like an event. It could even be in the the event before pre-patch.
Oh yeah.
So that could be a thing. It could actually happen at Karazhan. So
I feel like maybe Karazhan is going to have a connection to Gul'dan getting here too. Because there's that boss in there, Prince Melchizar or whatever his name is, that drops Gorehowl. So
yeah, it's really weird that he drops Gorehowl, but right now there's no connection between anything while he's drumming. It's just because like back then it was just like here Skullhowl lol.
Yeah.
So I mean they could make something out of that, but basically like in Karazhan, the end boss, we're going for being at the top of the tower to Twisting Nether or something. We were going into like a space room or something. I don't know.
I'm not sure what that is. I think it could be the Twisting Nether, but
it's probably some kind of portal because, you know, Karazhan is placed on the epicenter of magic in Azeroth. It's like one of the epicenters, I think. So it could be possible that he's going through there or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He has so many ways to get into Azeroth with this new alternate timeline crap. There's a dark portal sitting there. There's a Hearthstone. There's
it's really
a few
easy
portals
to get
and Storm Shield and Worst Fear.
It's apparently really easy to get to our Azeroth. I mean, it was apparently really hard to get there, and I don't know why we need to like
be hard.
blow up a whole portal just like you're going nowhere. Like it's really easy to come to Azeroth apparently because our king can just like be like, "Hey, I'm here," and then I'm not here. Well,
yeah. And Khadgar can just travel back and forth as he pleases, open portals to a different timeline.
Yeah. Something that I want to talk about.
Yes.
Is apparently the raid where Gul'dan is gonna be killed in or confronted in.
Suramar Palace.
It's looking it's really pretty.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like it's like the capital of the elves, like the sentinels, so it looks all like owlish.
Yeah. I cannot wait for that raid because it's looking really good.
I just don't want to see green fell everywhere.
I hope we get some.
There will not be a single spike. There will not be a single hint of green in there, except maybe a leaf from a tree.
There better be.
Yeah. Even though if we're gonna confront Gul'dan, he's gonna be like, "Oh, you're here, everybody. Let me just like make a clean over with in my room here and turn everything into like fell magic and stuff." I don't know.
I just don't like that he's another Garrosh.
Yeah, that's also the thing that he's like another orc is going to another expansion or gonna open a new expansion, right? But at least it was better because now we actually kind of see how it happens. Except in Walls of Draenor we didn't. It was just like suddenly Garrosh is there.
Yeah, that was in the I think it was the novel War Crimes, which I have read and listened to. So I understand how Garrosh got there, but you know, the average player that wouldn't read War Crimes does not know. And it's because they've played this
video. I was too lazy.
Yeah, just watch Novel's video. But yeah, at least you're actually getting like a clear story this time. You know how actually Gul'dan got to our Azeroth with, you know, the game saying it instead of like a book.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of get the idea he's going to another dimension or another place because he can get thrown into a portal, right?
I just think that Warlords of Draenor was kind of like, now that I found out what Legion is, I literally think it was just a stepping stone. It literally was.
It was.
I think.
Big stepping stone.
I have a conspiracy theory that Blizzard is just pulling our chain with this 1-year expansion thing, and that they just said that to get Warlords of Draenor done as fast as they possibly could. And that secretly we're probably going to go back to 2-year expansions and they're going to use the excuse people don't like it.
Well, I don't think that's what's going to happen. I just think that Blizzard needed, what's it called? They needed to have a new Gul'dan, right? To awaken Illidan. So basically what we're doing is just going to Draenor, kill some people, and then we will get, like, we need to get Gul'dan out of there, basically. And then some story built up about it. But I mean, it's a stepping stone, that's basically it. But it was kind of an okay stepping stone. It was not just like a small patch or something.
Well, how I look at it, if Legion is going to be a 1-year expansion, I feel that they should have done Legion and Warlords of Draenor as one xpac because they could have.
It feels like a like Warlords of Draenor number 2.
It does feel like the second part of Warlords of Draenor, which is a shame.
And like, if we look at so many things in Warlords, that we should have known Legion was coming after patch 6.2 because I don't know if you guys have gotten that far on the legendary quest line, but Cordana Fellsong becomes corrupted.
Yeah.
At the end of it, you don't kill her. She takes a portal somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
She's just like
She's a night elf.
lol, I'm gone.
So she
Yeah.
could be basically the next Medivh, not next Medivh, Maiev.
Maiev, yeah, possibly. But Maiev is confirmed to be in the story of Legion too.
Good.
Which
Hopefully she
bring
doesn't
me-
go batshit crazy.
Which bring me on to the next thing. Sylvanas and the guy from Gilneas
Gilneas. Oh, again.
has been
Oh my gosh.
reworked, right?
Again, and
they're
Sylvanas.
on the top 10 hero villain thing on the website.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
I'm
You didn't
excited
know.
to see. I'm excited to see what they do with that.
God damn it, Aston! Sylvanas got like new gear and stuff.
What about Gen? Did he get new gear?
Yes,
Yeah, he's looking really.
it's looking pretty good.
You'll
Yeah,
have to give me a link after the podcast, but yeah.
it's basically on the website, and you can go look it up because you're not recording, Aston.
Oh.
Also, there's some new all the new mobs and NPCs I don't know of yet, but it could be pretty cool to read about the lore because there's not that much lore about them yet.
No,
But I think that will come in sooner date at some point.
the interesting thing is that a few of the characters on there, like Xavius, not a lot of people know who he is, but he
Yeah,
was
exactly.
the right hand. He was the right hand man to Ashara in back during the War of the Ancients. He was the one. He was kind of orchestrating things behind the scenes, kind of pulling Ashara's strings. So not a lot of people know who he is, but he's pretty important actually. He's like the exact opposite of Malfurion.
Okay.
Right, I don't know, like, I was kind of a bit disappointed because back when, which was, I think it was in 2014, somewhere around July or August, they copyrighted Eye of Azara, and I honestly thought that would be the next WoW expansion. That's what
Oh, I
I,
know.
Oh yes.
that's what I theory crafted all the way back in 2014. I even called it
Yep.
as soon as they copyrighted it, and I honestly think that was going to be the name of this expansion, but then they had a change of heart and renamed a dungeon Eye of Azara. But I honestly
Yeah.
think that this was going to be called Eye of Azara, but they just very last
And-
minute.
Well, Shara is not playing a really big role of this.
She
No,
may though.
she's supposed to. She hasn't been hinted to for the first patch of the expansion, but they did say that we will be fighting her minions at least. And there is this character on the heroes and villains section of the Legion website, Tide Mistress Thissa, who is Queen Ashara's most
Handmaiden?
loyal servant.
Ah.
Yeah, Handmaiden.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, okay then.
Yeah, but that's what I think. I think it was supposed to be called Eye of Azara, but then they thought that'd give too much away, so they renamed it a dungeon.
Screw that. Name a
I-
dungeon after that, and then we're gonna call the expansion Legion instead. There we go.
I kind of like this turn though because it so many things are coming or collecting into one story now. Like we have bits and pieces from past expansions
Yeah.
coming into this one. It feels like they're setting us up for the end, but they've already said that no, this isn't going to be the end. So
Well, they're setting us up for this, maybe the storyline end. But what people may think is that this is they're reworking Burning Crusade with Illidan and stuff. No.
no,
We are continuing after Illidan died. That's the more
this
important
is
side.
this is the story after Burning Crusade. This is basically the story of Illidan continuing. His 10,000 year long saga is going on another year.
It's not burning anymore. It's just Legion.
Yeah.
So we put out the fire.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm just really looking forward to what this expansion has to offer, and I hope it offers more outside content.
Indeed.
I like Illyria, Windrunner, and Terralion are coming back, they said.
Oh yeah.
And we're getting the Windrunner reunion I've wanted because Sylvanas has already been confirmed to be a major character. If you're bringing Illyria back, she has to be a major character for that expansion. The Kirin Tor is in this expansion as well, so
Oh yeah.
for
Dalaran.
Verisa
Yes.
will probably be a huge character as well. That's like the Windrunner reunion I've wanted, and I think that could big tinfoil hat moment here. I'm already theory crafting the next expansion after this.
Oh my gosh.
I think
here we go.
Sylvanas could be the villain.
Ooh.
Dun dun dun.
Or Rathion. That's my other theory.
Well.
Oh yeah. By the way, a lot of people think that what's it called? The Varian is gonna die.
I hope so.
I wouldn't.
I hope he take Anduin, or what he's now called, Manduin,
Right.
in his fall, because I'm really tired of those two. Jesus Christ.
Well, I don't know. Anduin is shaping up to be something a little bit more better.
I want Tyrande to lead the alliance. I don't want humans leading anymore.
Yeah, they're not doing a very good job.
No.
If the Horde
Anyways,
can get trolls, I want night elves.
guys, I think it's time to move on to the next topic.
Yes.
Yes.
So, there's new zones, right? And the new zone or island or whatever there's new in this expansion is the Broken Isle, right?
Yeah.
And apparently this was a really big role in Warcraft 3. I don't remember it because I don't really... back when I played Warcraft 3, I don't read what's the name of the land was called and stuff like that. So I don't really remember it. I have probably played through it, but I don't remember it. But oh my god, it looks so good.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I looked at the map just now because I'm on the website because you told me to, and I'm looking at the map because I didn't actually see it in the announcement live stream. But I have to admit the map looks really good. I like the kind of like how Suramar is like central to everything.
Yeah,
It reminds me of Talador.
I don't know. I'm just looking forward to it. I just feel like since we're getting 10 levels, I just feel like 5 zones is a little bit. Hey.
well, it's
like they
2
could've done
levels
more.
per zone. That's like standard.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I was just hoping for like, kind of like if you remember in Miss Pandaria, you could either go to the Krasarang Wilds or like the Valley of the Four Winds.
Oh,
So I wish they
yeah.
could do that.
I guess.
Wish they would do. Like they give you an option. But what are you
It's
gonna
kind
do?
of the same thing here. I mean, that's 2 levels per zone, like in Walls of Draenor, right?
Yeah.
So there's not big different. But oh my god, there is some. One of the new zones contained one of my lost, forgotten uncles, Uncle Dave.
Uncle Dave.
Uncle.
Right.
It's basically a moose. They have a moose character now.
I love that.
Yeah, it's brilliant. So I made a joke out of it and say it was like my lost long Uncle Dave.
Wasn't it in Stormheim or Azsuna?
Stormheim.
I'm looking forward
That
to that place.
zone.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. With this expansion, I just feel like it's a mix of like the other half of Burning Crusade and like the early half of Wrath of the Lich King. I feel like it's a mix between those two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it-
because there
I have
is
the-
like we need to think about. Okay, so Broken Isle is actually like a part of Northrend. That's broken off when like the what's it called, the Maelstrom imploded, right?
Oh right.
So
Yeah, the Thunder.
some of it might look like things that are from Northrend, like the Valkyr. What's the Viking things called?
The Viracle.
The
Yeah.
Vrykul, whatever they're called.
The Vrykul,
Basically,
yeah.
because there are a ton of them in Northrend, right? And some of them on the Broken Isle, right? Because they were connected at once.
Right. I did not
so
know
I think
that.
that's pretty cool. And then we also have like the high elf stuff. But the thing is, now come to think about it, it has been laying there all the time, right? But we haven't discovered. Neither had Deathwing.
I just don't really understand how we found Pandaria, shrouded it in myth, compared to a little bit of Northrend, which has broken off. I don't
Okay,
understand
so the reason why we found Pandaria was because basically Deathwing, when he fucked up the world,
that. Right?
it blew the mist away from the isle or whatever, from Mr. Pandaria, right? So there was no mist anymore. And then because they were, like the Alliance was sailing down there or something, they discovered it. And then that's how they discovered it. So it was Deathwing's fault, basically.
It just kind of baffles my mind how, you know, because Pandaria, even though like Deathwing did blow the mists away, it was still shrouded for all that time, and then we still managed to find that before an island which is just above Eastern Kingdoms, where
Well, these islands have always been here. We've just had no lore reason to go here until now.
right.
We've known they've been here.
And now there's suddenly like a massive gateway popped up in there, so I think it's really a good idea to go there now.
There's a bunch of demons flooding the place.
Yo,
I think we should
yeah.
check it out.
I think we should, you know, secure the area.
You know, yeah, drops a few minute bombs maybe. I don't know.
Oh, bit
I don't know.
controversy.
It works really well on the Faramore, you know. Anyways, so the main city hub is gonna be Dalaran. I'm so excited.
Yes.
That's my favorite thing about this expansion because I love Dalaran. And basically, I think they're gonna move Dalaran. They're not gonna move it from Northrend. I think it's still gonna be there.
It's like 2 Dalarans, basically.
So there's gonna be 2 Dalarans now. But
Yay.
lore-wise, only 1.
Yeah.
But I really hope they're gonna make like a little quest line where it's like, we need to move Dalaran, and then we see a cinematic where it like warps or something. It would be really awesome. If that's not gonna happen, I'm gonna make a machinima out of it. Okay?
Okay.
I really want to see that.
I just hope it's like a lot more graphically updated. Like, you know,
It's
how,
probably gonna be upgraded. I'm pretty sure
just-
it's gonna.
I wish, because you know, like Suramar Palace, how they showed us the images of that. I just hope it's like that kind of quality.
Yeah.
And it's nice.
I mean, it's Blizzard. Whenever they put something there was in the game before, they're probably gonna rework it, right?
Yeah.
I
They-
mean, they revamped all of Outlands. A little city shouldn't hurt.
Yeah, exactly. But I would
think
say
it's
if they
terrible.
put in, I wouldn't mind if they just like use the old model for Dalaran, just like whatever, old graphics and stuff.
It would look so out of place.
Just to say, I wouldn't be counting on. Well, yeah, it's nice to hype about Dalaran being in this, you know, Broken Isles, but I wouldn't expect it because you know how they scrapped Carabor and that
I swear to God, I'm gonna be so mad. if they do
Citadel.
that.
So I just hope they don't. 'Cause it would just nice to have like a neutral hub again.
Yeah,
If they have an excuse that they don't have time to do the art update, just slap the old model for Dalaran in there, and
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll all be happy.
Just
I would
just a
mind.
neutral place would be great.
it's because like I feel like Blizzard have taken so much feedback over the years, and there's probably been like, we want something like Dalaran back, and then finally they're gonna be like, fine, here, take fucking Dalaran and have it as the main hub now, okay?
Yeah, I agree.
But it's pretty cool that Dalaran is gonna be our main hub. I hope it's gonna be
Actually-
like both factions in there as old days.
Thing is, that does actually transition into the next thing that we're going to talk about because you know Violet Hold is a dungeon, and that's what
Yeah.
we're going to talk about next. Which was
yes.
Dungeon and
Raid.
raids.
Yeah. Now I don't know. I just wanted to touch upon that because you know, I just hope it isn't that kind of same layout as waves coming in at you like with Violet Hold. I just hope it isn't like that. I hope because they did say on the announcement there'd be like secrets with Violet Hold, and
Yeah.
like,
I hope it's
it
gonna
would
be like
open
an
up.
underground sewer system or something.
I just hope so because I would love to like I'd just love Violet Hold to be like an active kind of dungeon instead of like that kind of solitary wave by wave one.
Yeah.
What
I
if
just
that's
don't
where
want that.
Jaina is?
Ooh, oh no, mind blown.
But Jaina has like, it's not followed for some reason because
She's
apparently
technically
now
She's been kicked off of the leadership seat of the Kirin Tor,
Yeah,
which
because
is weird.
Khadgar's now leader.
well.
I think they just want to make Khadgar important, and I don't like that.
She's still in Wars of Draenor because she's actually at Zangara still because she actually went there.
Well, I mean, my opinion on Jaina, I really don't care about Jaina after Mr. Pandari because she got so bitchy that I don't like her anymore.
Yeah.
So from like she could die the pre-patch to Legion and I would care less.
Oh no.
Just like, you need Jaina's staff, kill her. Oh, there we go.
I want Jaina to live. I like that she has kind of these like conflicting feelings about the Horde after being neutral for so long.
I liked Jaina before. I don't like her now. So, okay, everybody, sorry for that. Technical difficulties, shit crashed, have hard drive overloaded and stuff like that. We're back now. We're talking about Jaina. I don't know What are we talking about?
Smooth transition.
Yeah, hooray.
But we're talking about Jaina, and we just hope for her to be back because it's a perfect example of what war.
Well, you two hope. I don't.
No, Hugshot doesn't want. Hugshot wants Jaina to die, and we want her to live.
Yeah.
He's such a Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
I don't really care. Anyways, we're still talking about Dungeon and Raid, right?
We were.
Yeah. Okay, so just to quickly touch up on that, because we kind of need to stop it soon. So, the raids, there's a raid, the first raid is called the Emerald Dream, that people have been screaming for years, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to actually go in there, because I also wanted to see how the Emerald Nightmare looks like.
Yeah, basically.
Because there's been so much talk about it, and I don't know how it looks like. So it's gonna be pretty cool to get in there. Really hope to main a healer this expansion.
Yeah.
Looking at Disick mate.
Well,
I don't know. I'm probably gonna be. Yeah, we have enough healers.
Based on Q's reactions to wielding Frostmourne, I think she's going back to DK, so you're gonna need a healer.
Well, I think Q is gonna. Well, I saw Q answering a question where there's like, are you gonna go back on your DK? She's like, if blood gets reworked.
that was in the last, wasn't it? That was in the last.
Yeah. So I think it's blood that gets reworked. She probably will. And I can take the healer spot or whatever.
But the other raid, Suramar Palace, again, we kind of touched upon this earlier. I just hope it's going to be all nice and lush, and it's going to look like, like a proper Night Elf city. It's just going to be a completely different turn from green boring orcs.
Oh my god, not more. I don't want any more orcs.
Like,
the good thing is, there was not a single sign of orc under that announcement, except Gul'dan, of course. But I mean, he's kind of like.
Well, I don't even want him to be an orc in his boss fight. I hope he uses an illusion. Hopefully he uses an illusion to turn himself into a night elf. He may actually.
Wow.
That's how he could have.
I am Gul'dan.
That's how he could have got into Suramar City. But I just hope I don't see any more orcs as X-Pac. Even players, I want them to be erased from the game.
Wow. Okay. Lewis is not gonna be happy with you, Aston.
Okay.
Okay, so the next topic is quickly, because how many of us play PvP?
I've touched on it.
I play it a little bit.
Okay.
Well, Aurora, be our expert on this bit.
Okay.
They are reworking the new, or they're reworking the old Honor system, PvP system, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care about it.
Same.
Because I don't PvP. I just wanted to have it in there because now everybody knows. They're reworking it, and they're making it like more Call of Duty-ish. That's what the kind of short explanation is.
You're gonna have prestige ranks now, and as you level up in these prestige ranks, you also have new PvP specific talents, which are wonderful because they no longer have to balance PvE talents with PvP. So it's actually a good change for everybody involved.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm looking to try PvP in X-Pac, and I was thinking like undead female priest because.
Well, I'm definitely gonna try it. Definitely, because
we'll see how that goes.
It's gonna be interesting to see the new system and stuff. Like, just try it out, of course. I'm not totally hating on PvP, but it's just not fun for me.
It's not my cup of tea.
It's not as fun as raiding.
Not the meat and potatoes of World of Warcraft for me.
Okay, so the last topic is that Blizzard, of course, are gonna upgrade the boosts, the level 90 boost, right, to level 100 boost, so you can skip Draenor if you dare want to.
Yes.
What do you guys think about it?
Aurora, go first because.
I have very mixed feelings on it. Like, I think it's totally fine to leave it. I think it would have been fine to leave it at level 90 because then people can kind of understand who Gul'dan is in the new expansion. Because they're just gonna jump into Legion, and well, there's this one orc. It's
One orc.
But at the same time, I just think that it's kind of necessary because 100 levels is a lot.
Yeah, welcome to World of Warcraft. Here's 100 levels you need to level
World
through.
of 100 for us.
Yeah. I think it's a really good mechanic because, like, let's say Final Fantasy, right? I want to try that, but I need to level through it all, right, to get to the new expansions or whatever that's coming
the end
out.
game.
Right. The only thing I know, there's an XP boost helm, whatever. I don't know about it. I've not tried it yet. I want to try it, but I know there's some like kind of XP boost at some point. But there's not like you cannot level to level 100 or whatever the max level is, right? I think the Blizzard is actually keeping it up to the date, if you can say that. Like 100 is the start level of this expansion, and if they're keeping that up for every expansion, I think that's a brilliant idea, because they can earn a bit of money on it, and also it's like if you want to get in and you have not been playing for, let's say, a lot of time,
3 years,
and you want to try this because, oh my god, Illidan again.
Yeah.
We didn't get that last expansion, but Illidan again, right? Then you can just jump into the action.
Come back for.
Yeah. I think Illidan is a big part of this because he's like all over the goddamn place now.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't see him in the any trailers or anything that got like shown in the announcement. Just like he was in a crystal and he was like, oh, hey,
well,
come away, everybody.
on the side note of like the level 100 boost, I don't know. I'm possibly going to use it on a character which I want to play but just cannot be bothered to level, or which a character is hard to level, like a Shadow Priest. I mean, how hard is a Shadow Priest to level? Pretty hard. Compared to, like, let's just say a Warlock or a Hunter, because, you know, your pet just tanks it. But yeah. I'm thinking of using my 100 boost on that. But if Demon Hunters start anything below, like, level 80, I probably will use it on that, because they're speculated to start at, like, level 90 to 100. So, I don't know, like, if they start around then, I won't use my boost on a Demon Hunter, but if they start anything low, like, below level 80, then I will use it on a Hunter. But if not, I'll probably use it on, like, a character which is hard to level anyway, like I said. Like,
now, just a quick thing about the Demon Hunter, that they are starting in 90 or whatever it is, right?
Hopefully they do.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
do you think
100.
it's gonna be like if someone new buy the expansion, right? Of course they're gonna have the 100 boost, but do you think they can just like make it so they have like an instant level 90?
I think it's gonna be like Death Knights, where you have to get a character to that specific level first.
I hope they're gonna do that. I think it's okay after some years, like
exactly
after
like they did with DK.
4 years or whatever, like they did with Death Knight. They can unlock it. That's cool enough, because we're probably gone into like way higher level. So it doesn't really matter, right? But at least in the start, I think that it should be locked to something that you should have at least a level 90 or whatever the start level is.
Have a level lock, yeah. I agree with you on that one.
Okay, cool. Do you guys have anything you want to say before we end?
Yes, actually. There is one thing that I just want to say about Demon Hunters again. I'm just really confused why they have veils. Why do they have like veils over their eyes? Because they can use an ability called Eye Beam, where they use their eyes to, you know, shock someone. But why are they blind?
It's because it look cool, Aston.
Yes.
It's cool looking. You can also decide not to have it on, I think. Is
Yeah.
there something wrong with you?
Yeah.
I think their eyes just look minging though. Like if you take off the bandana, their eyes are just like green and rotten.
Oh, my eyes.
They look lovely.
I just like how much customization they have with the Demon Hunters. Like, you can have wings, you can have rock spikes growing out of your back.
Can you have just like casually wings?
Casual wings.
Yeah.
Is it not like when you metamorph into something? You have it?
I don't know, but there's like some pictures that don't look like the metamorphosis.
And they've got wings.
Yeah, they got wings. So.
Oh, okay,
Well, they've definitely got a lot more customization than the last hero class, which was DK's. Because with DK's, all you could do was like change the color of their skin to like a pale color, and that's about it.
Yeah, they had some unique hair colors too.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. Do you have anything, Aurora?
No, I just want to say thanks for having me on.
No problem.
No problem.
For having you here.
It's pretty fun, as always. So, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to an end of the HugsCast number 4. If you like this video, you can click a like, and also check out my channel. I upload machinimas and podcasts mainly. I'm trying to get a podcast out each week, but it's kind of like if we have something to talk about, we're gonna upload it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can also subscribe to me if you want to. So, I hope you enjoy this podcast. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
See you next time.
Goodbye.